Marston Holdings don't have the same powers as bailiffs. I want you to know your rights so that if you get letters, phone calls or emails, you know exactly what they can and can't do. It's Marston Holdings' job to prove that you owe the debt. So for example, they might say that you owe £100 for a parking ticket, catalogue debt, or a bank loan. But whatever it is, you need to make sure that it definitely belongs to you. Mistakes happen and sometimes details are mixed up. They need to provide actual evidence and the type that would stand up if they took you to court. Ask for the original credit agreement and I'll leave a prove-it letter in the description for you, but make sure you don't sign it. You don't want them to get access to your signature. Marston Holdings are persistent and that's how they make the money, but they have to abide by certain rules. Don't let them in your house. They've got no right to come in, keep the door shut and talk to them through the letterbox if they show up. By law, if you tell them that you only want communication by email, then they have to abide by it. They're not legally allowed to bombard you with calls. They can't ring you before 8 in the morning or after 9 o'clock at night, and they're not supposed to call you at weekends either. If you tell them that you only want to be contacted by email, they have to respect that. If they don't, you can make an official complaint. All the correspondence they send you has to be comprehensible. Debt collectors aren't allowed to confuse you with jargon. Letters and emails should be easy to understand. If Marston Holdings try anything underhand, like entering your home uninvited, acting like a bailiff, threatening jail, then make a note of every visit or every call and complain. First, complain to the debt collection company and then to bigger bodies like the FCA, the Financial Conduct Authority, or the Financial Ombudsman Service. If they side with you, they might even owe you compensation. Check the date of your alleged debt, and if it's over 6 years old, you've paid nothing towards it and had no correspondence, then it's statute barred. That means it isn't enforceable by law anymore and they can't take you to court. I've heard of some debt collectors buying debt that's statute barred to try their luck. If Marston Holdings have proof that the debt is yours and you do believe that you owe it, remember that they only pay a fraction of the amount for it. So, for example, sometimes they pay as little as 10p for the pound. So, a bit of quick maths. Get your debt, divide it by 10, and that's probably the figure they've paid for it. I doubt they'd accept what they paid for it as a settlement fee because you want to make money. But if you show them with a budget that has your income and your expenditures, that it'd take you a long time to pay that amount of debt, then you could offer them a settlement figure from between 30 and 50% and they might say yes. So let's say you owe £1,000. They will have paid about £100 for that debt. They might accept a settlement figure of £300 to £500 if they know you can't afford much. But if you do get a settlement deal, always get proof of payment. Make sure that everything's in writing. Marston Holdings could add a little extra something like fees or charges that you shouldn't be paying. So always ask for a detailed breakdown of what you owe. If you genuinely owe money and you can afford it, then it's best to just clear that debt so you can just forget about it. Before cementing any agreement, get some advice. Organisations like Step Change and Pay Plan are fantastic debt charities that can guide you. Their advice is confidential and free. And after reaching out, you'll typically get a 30-day grace period to set up a repayment plan. But I'm aware that you may not have access to cash to pay off your debt. If you do feel like you're financially struggling and don't know where to start, then it might be worth looking into debt solutions. All of them come with their own set of pros and cons, so it's important to research thoroughly so that you find the right solution for you. Some can lower monthly payments and others can write off some of the debt. If this is something that you want to explore, then I'll leave a form below this video and it'll ask you a few questions like how much debt do you owe and to how many people. And then at the end, it'll connect you to a company that I've partnered with and you can ask loads of questions and see if any of them are the right fit for you. And if you do use the link, you'll be supporting Thrifty Family. So thank you.